Hola, everyone. Welcome back to Latina Lifestyle Legacy Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to be having a great conversation about why my planner doesn't really work and what to do instead to really help get you organized in your life and your business and all of that fun stuff. Before we dive deep into that episode, I want to share some updates. And just also, if this is your first time, I'm constantly always meeting new people. So if this is your first time listening to the episode, welcome. My name is Reina, and I am a goal setting and productivity consultant. I help my clients do their goal setting, their project management, set that up, and create systems for their business. And then also help them outsource and delegate to another person on their team or like a virtual assistant to really help them, build and scale their business overall. So that is what I do. And in this specific episode, going over why my planner doesn't work specifically and what I actually do instead that has been working for myself and working for my clients. And what I will share what I loved about my week and what was my lesson for the week. So that's a segment that I have here on this episode. And I will share what I loved about my week. So what I loved. So for those of you who attended, I actually hosted a Latina Lifestyle Legacy online networking event. And this was that's what it was, like to network. It wasn't really like a workshop style because I've done those before, but it was a networking event for all of us to get together. And really, I put people in different breakout rooms and all of that fun stuff. But the goal, and I asked one of my friends and someone that was going to attend, like, what was something that they're struggling with when it came to organizing their life and business. And they said like being consistent. And I had that idea from that, it inspired me to really create like a challenge because I didn't want people to just, we've all gone to like webinars or networking events and you can connect with other people, but maybe you don't stay consistent connection. Maybe it's just for like a week and then you just end up like, yeah, you follow them on Instagram, but it's not like that genuine building that relationship, right? And to me, that's what it's all about in business. You have to build those genuine relationships. And that's like every time I think about how I want my values in my business and how I also coach my clients is you want to be genuine. You just want to be like people can read off of BS. So you have to, and that takes time building those connections, those relationships, that trust, but that is time invested that is going to last you so much, right? And right, when you trust somebody and you have a relationship, like it's invaluable, right? Like it's so, right? If that's the correct word, like it's valuable, like it's very, very important, right? So the online networking event thought of the idea of hosting like the Latina Lifestyle Legacy Challenge, which entails attendees. I actually partnered them up to have an accountability partner. And I told them, okay, they're going to choose a specific goal and they broke it down into what is the habit that they need to do to get to that goal. And they all had selected a habit. They all selected also a reward for after they would complete this habit after the 30 days. The instruction was that they had to, or the rules were that they had to post on Instagram story the habit that they were dedicated to, and tag Latina Lifestyle Legacy and their accountability partner, but there are Instagrams. And then they had to put the day, whatever day that the challenge was on. And then also after whoever was the winner is going to get an $150 award that I'm going to donate to whatever reward that they wanted to, right? So $150 to whatever reward that they chose. So I had them, I'm like, do you want to go get a massage? Do you want to have a pedicure, manicure, whatever they decided to do? I had them choose that, and I will be donating that. And because I really, I think that, 30 days, yes, it's short, but it's also depending on the habit, and every habit, it's all about consistency, right? And it also helps the accountability, having that accountability partner, and pretty much accountability with everyone on your page. Because if you're posting this, like, everyone is going to see what you're up to, right? So that's been, but not only I'm just so proud of all the women, we're on as of today, like day 19. And yeah, there's definitely been people who have been super consistent. Some people haven't posted all the time, but they're still like, it's better. They're still posting, and it's still better for, let's say, out of the 30 days, they complete their habit 25 out of the 30 days. But maybe if they weren't doing the challenge, they were going to do, 10 days out of the 30 days. So it's all about that progress that is super, super powerful. So I can feel the like energy and community and the support within all of the women, and everyone's like really connecting with each other and really supporting one another. And to me, that is, just everything. We can always reach our goals alone. Like, we can do that, but it's also so much better when you have people there that genuinely support you and, want to see you win. So I am so grateful that these women attended the online event and that they are supporting one another. I will be hosting another one, actually. I want to do one on September 14th at 7 p.m. And I definitely will be posting that on my Instagram. Or you can send me a DM on Instagram and just make sure that, hey, Reina, add me to the list, and I can already start adding you. We don't have like the registration open yet, but we will by this week or by next week, or very soon we will have that open. So that has been so beautiful. That's what I loved. And also having like strategy sessions with a lot of the people from that attended the online event. They booked a strategy session. Basically, what that entails is I had them kind of complete a form, and anyone that books a strategy session with me kind of completes a form where I ask a few questions just to get some context on where they're at. And we have a strategy session, 20 to 30 minutes. And it's been so beautiful again, I'm all about like relationships, connecting with these women and seeing where they're at. And I just think it's so powerful for every person in business when you really sit down with either a client that you currently have or an ideal client, and really know like what are their struggles, what are they facing, what's going on in their life. Because and again, like, this is also like, you can call it market research, but it is helpful to know, hey, well, if they're struggling with this, or this is a common question that's coming up, maybe that can help you with your content material. This can help you improve your services, right? Like, okay, well, this is what they need. Business is all about solving people's problems. So you can and it doesn't matter what business you have, it's every like customer. And this is why like even reviews or asking people for their feedback is so important, not taking it personal, but like obviously constructive feedback. But yeah, so I think it's been really great for me to sit down and listen, and they're telling me about how some of them are a little stuck on clarity with their goals, and others are maybe they need a little bit more systems and structure. They do want to outsource, but not really sure how to delegate that. So I can help in those areas. And it's just been a beautiful experience for me. And that's what I love what I do. So a lesson for me would be that I just want to say this is kind of so like different, but sleep is so powerful. I feel like I've been really pushing myself. It's honestly a challenge for me to go to bed early because I would consider myself a natural night owl. I like being up at night. I like getting work done at night, but obviously but then I also I want to wake up early. So then I'll wake up early, but then I'm just like exhausted or I'm tired or I'm not, my mind is not 100%. And yes, I'm young, but I feel like I used to be able to do this definitely when I was way younger, like just like be on 4 hours of sleep and I was fine. But I cannot do that anymore. And I'm just realizing like I need to value my sleep and sleep when I wake up. So like from good sleep is just the best. And sometimes, when we're like just not in the mood or something, maybe like you just need some good sleep, or also obviously like your diet. What are you eating? What are you putting in your body? But all of those things like just overall will help your mind and your clarity and overall like have a successful business, so that's been a lesson for me to continue. One thing that I actually also did was I have an accountability partner, who's my sister, and we actually call each other in the morning. I tell her when I'm going to wake up, she tells me, and then we basically make sure that we're like headed to the gym or working out or that we're up, so that's also another thing that's been helping. Because I have my alarm, but okay, if someone's on the phone with you, you will wake up. um and then the next thing, so let's dive deeper into this episode of like why I don't use the planner, which I mean, if you know me, I love planners, and I really wish I could have a physical planner, but realistically, um, I have journals. I mean, I have like a little notepad where I take notes, or on my strategy calls, and then I transfer them into a Google Doc. I used to kind of like take notes while I was on the call in the Google Doc, but I don't like that feeling of like people typing while they're talking. Like, I don't like that when people are doing that to me. So it just seems it's better when I'm like taking notes and then I can transfer them and I'm remembering better, right? What they said and understanding and going through the notes. Like, I'm telling you, like, I really want to understand and help people where they're stuck at, and really get them to overcome it. Yeah, I definitely like love planners, but they are not realistic on like how I can scale my business and grow. So I'm going to kind of share the reasons why I love them, what I use and why I don't use, my planners. So one of the things, another reason is I have so many categories, right? We all have categories in our lives, and that's kind of how I organize my life. Like, okay, there's the home category, right? Like your environment. There's the health category, your finances, your business, and all of these things your relationship, your family, your friends, your adventure, your spirituality, like all of these are categories and projects. That are a lot, right? And I actually used to write this. Like I was struggling finding a planner because I'm like, I actually organize my life, like making sure I'm aligned with all of these, basically having goals for each category because it's all important, right? Like finances are important. It aligns with your business. It aligns with your home. It aligns with your family, like all of that. So it all kind of is important. So it was hard to do that in a planner, and then obviously it wasn't impossible, but I was writing everything down, taking the time to write everything down. And there's all these projects that I have going. Like, yeah, I have my clients, but I also have my podcast, and I also have marketing content that I need to plan out and all that fun stuff. So, and also another big thing is like, I eventually did hire help for another person to join the team, and I had to involve them in the task. Basically, this meant like all right, getting clarity on like what task I was going to delegate to them, and also having not only just sending them like, okay, this is the task, but maybe they have questions on the task. So what I'm trying to say is I now use a project management tool called Asana. There are multiple project management tools out there that I personally have tried, and trust me, I'm always like looking, I'm always seeing like which ones work. They all do the same thing, but I like Asana. Like there are certain things that they do not have. I would say another one that kind of is similar to Asana is ClickUp, but I actually tried ClickUp when they just started, and Asana's just been around longer, so they're just a little bit more advanced, and like a lot of those integrations or a lot of things have kind of already been fixed, versus ClickUp is maybe it's a little bit cleaner, but it's still I don't know, for me, it was kind of glitchy sometimes. And I like Asana, like it's just been what I use right now. And I'm able to, like I mentioned, like organize, like have all my projects and categories that I need to do. And I'm able to add people onto the team. And, this entails me like saving the time to rewrite everything down. I do think it's important to write down your goals and things maybe in a journal, but like tasks, I'm trying to think of like tasks that you have to do, the action steps that are going to get you to those goals. It's all going to be in your project management tool. And another reason why I really like the project management tool is because I can change the date. I can change the assignee. Maybe, either I'm assigning it to myself or I'm assigning it to someone else. I can change the task details. Like everything is pretty straightforward, and it documents the changes. So let's say you can know, like, you can't just change it. And what I like, it kind of keeps a log on like, okay, Raina changed the date from Friday to Saturday. Like, so then the person can go back like, okay, what actually happened throughout within this task? Like because if someone changed it, like, oh, okay, like, why did you change it? Or if someone added details or someone, it kind of just helps keep that documentation that is super, super important. Especially when you start adding other people to the team, just to make sure everything is clear and who did what. So it really helps, and it avoids that like just back and forth communication, that it just saves you time. It's already in Asana. Another reason why I like Asana and a project management tool versus a planner is because, let's say, like, you can, there are tasks that you have to repeat every single day, right? Like, or every single week or monthly or quarterly or yearly. And these tasks, what I love, like, for example, I like to review my stats and my finances and my marketing stats like every week. Well, my finances like every day, but my marketing are just certain numbers, or your goals for the business, either weekly or however, if you want to see it monthly. Like I have that task that's scheduled every week. I even have like to go get my nails done every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, because it's a task that I'm like, if I don't see it, I don't know, for some reason. Or you can also, of course, add it into your calendar as well, which I teach in my course, Organize Your Life and Business. I go over like more Google Calendar, the Google Calendar method too. But Asana is like the task that you have to do. So point is, it's easy to just like have these tasks on there repeated, and you don't have to like continuously remember and write everything down. You can also, of course, like once you have people on your team, you give them like, okay, this task has to be done every day or this every other day. So that just helps being consistent. Another great thing I love to do is why I love Asana is like you can add files to your tasks. So sometimes I'll add like screenshots or That's where we add all of our like podcast files, our marketing stuff, just every versus a Google Drive folder. I do have Google Drive, but it's more for like documents. I really just keep everything in my Asana board. And I love it because within that task, let's say like to launch a new episode, we have all these subtasks, but we're able to like add the audio file, add the graphics, add all within that task. So everything is just like organized and clear. If you need to go back to it, it's all there. And so there's not like that lack of storage either that Google Drive has. It's all within Asana, so which is just perfect. So another thing that you're probably thinking is like, okay, Reina, but I don't have another person on my team and it's just me. Like, I'm not there yet right now. And that is totally fine. First, like, congratulations. You are moving forward like alone right now. But, the goal is to obviously you will need to get help. You are going to feel like, okay, like that's where I was at. I'm like I would look at my to-do list and I'm like, this is just not going to happen. Like, I am not going to get this done all today. I actually can get it done today, but I need help and I need to add another person that can help me with these tasks. And you are just going to feel so much sanity and a sense of like, just amazing, because not only you don't have to sacrifice removing those tasks, you're actually adding someone to the team that's going to be doing it the way you want it as you train them, and that that's going to get done. And your business is basically still running while you not having to, gearing towards more like the management role, right? And of course, there's a lot of things to do in your business, but how you train that one first person is everything. And then you can continue training the other people on delegating your other tasks. So my point with this is like, learn it now, learn this tool now, so that when you are ready to already add somebody, it's easy. Like, they can just get onboarded super easily. You don't have to learn a new tool. You're not like getting stuck on how to use it. You already know how to use it. Your systems are already on there. Your to-dos are already on there, and you're basically just assigning it to them. So it's really important to, and this is another thing I teach in my course and with my clients, like, document your time and document what you do so that you're adding those tasks to your project management, and then you're able to easily like assign it to somebody. So I've had like, I also even add my own clients to like Asana. Like if for my long-term clients, if we have certain tasks that I need them to do, what I also love is it literally sends them reminders. And there's an app, there's also, they get email reminders. So like, there is no excuse that you did not see that task. Like, I don't have to tell them that it has to be due this day, like Asana tells them. So it is just like amazing. And I've done it with my other clients too. So, my point with this is like, there are even clients that aren't very techie. Like, if you're thinking like, girl, I am not like in this tech world, like, literally, I've had a client who, she was like 60 years old, and she even like knew how to manage Asana. And I asked her, like, do you have any questions? And all of them like were like, no, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty clear. Like, I know what I need to do. Because before, when I had to get certain things from them, they were always getting them to me late, or like they missed the email. But Asana like will literally email them and remind them every day until they complete that task. So that was really awesome. And that saved me like tons of time. And that is what I'm talking about, like saving you time, mental like space, and also just that time, that other little tedious tasks that you have to do of like, oh, shoot, I need to remind them to do this and this. Like, no, like you already have it in your Asana board, and it's going to remind them. And so overall, this project management tool, Asana, is much more efficient than my planner. As much as I love planners and I always still look at them, like I'm a Capricorn, so I don't know, we're big on like planning and organizing, and they're like the planner section, I like love looking at them, but it's just like I have to think and be strong because I know like I'm not even going to use it. Like it really, I don't need it, you know? So definitely that is like why I wanted to share that with you. Like if you are still using a planner, but you still feel like it's not working or it's not scalable, you know, and you can use one for yourself, but right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I technically don't need to, like it's all in my Asana task, right? So that is what I wanted to share with you all. And if you feel like you kind of want to get a little bit more clarity or need help, like setting up your project management tool, like going over your goals, setting up your systems, and then also training someone else on how to like take on those tasks that you're doing, then I can definitely help you. You can book a strategy session with me, and we can go over like specifically what you need support in, and we can dive deeper in all of that. I would love to help you out and learn more about your business and where, or even your life. You don't have to have a business, but definitely I work a lot more with business people. But you know, if you still want to use a project management tool just for your personal life, but yeah, so let me know. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please leave a podcast review on Apple Podcast, and let me know what you learned. You can also follow on Instagram at Latina Lifestyle Legacy, and yeah, all of those links will be down in the show notes. And also, if you wanted to learn about my new course, Organize Your Life and Business, that's a more like self-paced. For those that just maybe they want to learn, like they don't want to work with me one-on-one, but they want to take the course, kind of learn on their own. It's all there in that course. So that's also available for you all. I am super excited to have this episode out, and I hope this kind of makes you thinking a little bit more about trying out new tools for your business and helping you grow and scale. So I wish you all the absolute best for this week. Continue being amazing, continue working hard, and know that que sí se puede. Bye, everyone.